I read the news so that you don't have to. You've heard about the UK car finance scandal. Well, now it seems like the FCA, banks, and now law firms are fighting over how much money you may be owed. Okay, so quickly, the headline actually says Lloyds faces £66 million car finance lawsuit from 30,000 customers, but I need to get into it. So, quick context for those of you that don't know, millions of people in the UK were sold car loans where dealers could secretly increase your interest rate to boost their commission. These were called discretionary commission agreements, and they were banned in 2021 after regulators basically said, listen, you're just incentivizing ripping people off. So now the watchdog, the FCA, is about to launch a massive compensation scheme covering 14 million loans expected to cost the bank around £11 billion. But here's where it gets messy. Instead of waiting for the FCA payout, over 30,000 people are now suing Lloyds directly. A law firm called Cormax is launching a £66 million group claim against Lloyds' Black Horse division. And this is what's key. They're basically saying the FCA might underpay victims so we can get you more money through the courts. Sounds great, right? Not too fast. Because that same law firm, they take up to 28% cut of whatever you win. So on one side, you've got the FCA being like, oh, but our scheme is free. Why are you handing over a third of your compensation? Meanwhile, the banks are fighting back hard. They're trying to block these kinds of mass lawsuits altogether, and Lloyds has already set aside £2 billion, expecting that things are going to get really ugly. So that's the power struggle. You've got regulators, the FCA, you've got banks, and now law firms are all trying to cash in. Here's the thing though, if more people go the legal route instead of the FCA scheme, compensation could take years longer. Customers might get more money, but lose a chunk in fees. And also banks could face even bigger payouts than expected. But the question is this really about getting justice for consumers, or is this just PPI all over again, where the biggest winners were the lawyers? Because when everyone is fighting over your compensation, you have to ask who is actually on your side. What would you do? Would you take the smaller payout now, or would you risk it for more in court but also lose up to 30%? Let me know, because this is going to get messy.